So plastic pollution is one of the major environmental challenges of our time, and tourism has important role to play in contributing to the solutions. So the much of the plastic used in tourism is made to be thrown away and often can be recycled, so leading to the large amount of pollutions. So 80% of tourism is in coastal areas, or 8 milliliter tons of plastics in the ocean each year, and 40% increase during tourist seasons. So the Global Tourism Plastic Initiative aims to stop plastic ending up as pollution while also reducing the amount of new plastics that needs to be produced. So to realize this vision, tourism companies' destination commit to eliminate the plastics items they don't need to innovate, so all the plastic they do need are designed to be safely reused, recycled, or composted, and circulate everything we use to keep in economy and out of the environment. Okay, so how tourism industry world will affect the plastic pollution? It's truly affect because when we talk about plastic pollution, plastic is everywhere. Even if those remote islands are saturated with plastic, even the oceans. So it's really affect the tourism industry because when we talk about tourism, it's talk about the islands because 80% of tourism it's saturated with islands. So now, so when we talk about plastic, it's very harmful. It's destroyed the nature or the tourist destination of one place because everywhere it's plastic, right? So we must need to prevent it by reducing, reuse, recycled or waste management, or the best way to eliminate this kind of effect is we need to throw our garbage properly into the waste management to reuse. Also, we can do a single use or to reuse. So the Philippines is one of the top sources of plastic waste going into the ocean. So LO partners, they have served and filed a petition demanding their government step up to solve the scourge of the plastic pollution that has ignored for decades. So the Oceania upload those Filipino or those NGOs, and the other who have issued these called the National Solid Waste Management Commission, and the state's agency to fulfill their mandates. But it's to reduce the plastic pollution at its source and to ban the single-use plastic, especially in the Philippines. So the petition states that the government has allowed an unabated emission of millions of tons of plastics waste into every nook or the cranny of the Philippines archipelago, exposing an accountable number of humans and wildlife to hazard that will last for up to 1,000 of years in the environment. So the many stakeholders in the tourism industry have been taking actions against the plastic pollution. So moving away from the single-use plastics, reducing the consumption of unnecessary plastics, and moving towards the circularity through better recycling and reusing schemes. However, in order to tackle the enormity of the plastic problem, equally enormous action is needed so across the entire tourism value chain. So the Global Tourism Plastic Initiative required the tourism organization to make a set of concrete commitment by eliminating those problematic or unnecessary plastic packaging and items, or it can be taken action to move from a single-use to reuse models of reusable alternatives. Okay, so the how the tourism sector address this concern. Tourism sector is addressing this concern because it is to enlighten other people that we need to save or to save our mother earth. We need to be proactive. We need to be responsible for our waste. We need to reduce or reuse or recycle our waste management so that we can help it in our environment, because the best way to make the sea cleaner is by the stopping the plastic getting into the ocean. It is in the first place should be a major priority for anyone managing this concern, because humans are polluting the oceans everywhere. So we need to take an action and responsibility to clean our beautiful oceans, and also for our tourist destinations. People don't realize that one plastic bottle can cause so much harm. So we need to prevent plastics and say no to plastics.